ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸਚ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Thank you to everyone that's come today. So we've got the kids in this room today as well, so we'll try our best, absolute best, to accommodate for that as well. Had Saki time last week. Amarjot Singh brought the Saki for us last week about Bhagat Tanna Ji, one of the Bhagats in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. It was interesting to go through their story. We had so Navi Benji volunteered to bring a Saki for today's Saki time. I'm going to hand it over to her and then we can discuss the Saki after this, yeah? So I'm going to hand it over to you, Benj. So who's the Saki about today?
So it's on Bibi Baghbari.
Bibi Baghbari.
Yeah. So in 1560, the third Guru, Guru Amar Das Ji, set up a system of spreading the teachings of Sikhi by appointing local community heads. Bibi Baghbari was a disciple of Guru Amar Das Ji, and at a young age was one of the first to occupy a seat in the Sikh administrative system, the Manji system of Punjab. Under the order of the Gurus, the Manji system was tasked with keeping the Sikh community across Punjab strong and keeping them together. Bibi Baghbari was appointed to the Manji of Kashmir around Srinagar. She was ultimately chosen for this role because Guru Amar Das Sahib Ji felt that she was knowledgeable with the doctrines of the Sikh faith. Her role was to be a spiritual and political leader. She was responsible for the economic, religious and social affairs of the Sikhs of Kashmir. Bibi Baghbari performed her role very well. She resided in Srinagar, and as she aged, she got to a point where she was unable to carry out her duties, and in her place, her son, Seva Das, continued the work of the Guru, preaching and teaching Sikhi to all. As Bibi Baghbari aged, her eyesight deteriorated, and she lost her eyesight. And over the years, she had embroidered a chola for Guru Har Gobind Ji, who was the sixth Guru at that point in her life. As she was getting closer to the end of her life, She longed to see her Guruji one last time. She did an ardas to be able to see Guruji in the chola that she had made for him with such prem. Guru Har Gobind Ji, on hearing her ardas, went to Srinagar to meet her. My Bagbari offered Guru Sahib the chola she made, and she asked to see Guru Sahib with her own eyes. Guru Har Gobind Ji hit the ground with his barja, which is a long spear, and a water spring appeared from the ground. Guru Sahib took the water and sprinkled it on my Bagbari's eyes, which restored her eyesight. When she saw Guruji with her own eyes, she fell at Guru Sahib's feet. Bibi Bagbari said that now she had the darshan of Guru Sahib Ji, that she did not want to see anything else and wanted to be released from the cycle of birth and death. Her request was accepted, and she rejoined with Vaheguru in Sachkhand, and Guru Sahib himself cremated her body. And there is an actual Gurdwara near Bibi Bagbari's house, and it's called Gurdwara Sheve Badshahi in Srinagar. Bibi Bagbari's son, who was known as Bhai Seva, was appointed as the first Granthi at that Gurdwara.
Wow, that was amazing. That was really. So what teaching do you take away from that? How does that?
So I thought one thing which was amazing was how at a time like this is like we're talking kind of late 1400s, kind of 1500s, that women were given really important roles to do that job, and it was so it was just such a strong leadership role, and that I thought was amazing, especially in that time.
Definitely.
And they were the Bibia as well, and just the amount of like seva that she had done, and just how even at the end, her only wish and her desire was to see Guruji, and I just thought it was so amazing. It was amazing just how.
Definitely.
Yeah, good job.
Anyone else? Does anything else stick out for them from that Saki? Any of the kids? No? You hear it? For me, it's that ardas that she wanted to see Maharaj because she couldn't see. Her eyesight had gone. She did the ardas, she got her eyesight back, and she saw Maharaj, and she got, I don't want to see anything after this again. That's enough for her, isn't it? Neta banda jira anna hoge, if they can't see for however long, you want to get the eyesight back. But her only desire was to see Maharaj, and that's it. Main kuch nahi dekhna, hai na? That was something that stood out for me. That's Maharaj. Sharda kidan diya hai na? And quite often we get this as well, don't we? Like one of the questions that how come BBN didn't play an important role back then? How come BBN didn't do this and that? But look at that, sending a BB from that Punjab to another place to do prachar. That's a big responsibility as well. That's a massive responsibility. Maharaj aap keh rahe hain tu jaake sada prachar kar, Sikhi da prachar kar. Kinna bahut badi zimmewari hai na. So BBN le ki nahi kita Maharaj ne. And what can't Maharaj do? Maharaj us vele Maharaj ne benti kiti ki Maharaj I want to see. Usi vele Maharaj granted that wish, by doing the Bani and gave her eyesight back. So what can't Maharaj do? Is the Sharda that they have compared to, so sometimes we have a desire with Cha and it doesn't get fulfilled. It does obviously depend on what you ask for as well. But if it's, Maharaj can do anything. That's one thing that I definitely take away from that Saki, is Maharaj can do anything they want. That's powerful, and BBR are really powerful as well in that sense. Where was that again? What area? Srinagar.
In Kashmir.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Benj. Thank you so much for that. Really nice Saki that was. Who would like to bring a Saki for next week? I wanna suggest someone, if no one's gonna put their hand up. And he's not looking at me now. Rising. So what they saying? Help him out. Bring a Saki for next week. I want you to bring a Saki on rising. So research, ask your dad if you need any help, but I'm sure your dad knows it. But the story of rising, I think Man Singh on Sikh History Podcast has done the Sakya on rising, and it's wicked, man. The Sakya on rising is from a really young age, what happened to them, how they almost got killed, and then they fought at such a young age in battles as well. So it's interesting because his name's Rising, and it has just from my history, Rising has been in. He's the son of a very famous Gursikh. So I'm gonna leave that guys to you, okay, guys, to bring that Saki because I have wanted to hear the Saki from him for a while, yeah. So get your brothers to do it anyway, yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. You better come next week, though. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for that. Let's continue. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Jivan. Quick recap from last week. So going through Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj Jivan, all their journeys, who they met, where they went, been going on for however many years. So far, amazing. Recap from last week where Guru Sahib Ji got to, who they met. So as they're traveling, they've come across this like mountainous area where there's loads of trees. There's a sarovar there, there's a pool, there's a lake there. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj with Bhai Balaji, Bhai Mardana Ji, their friends. They came to this lake, sarovar. The water's pure, water's really clean. And utthe jaake Maharaj Ishnan karne lage. They start bathing in that water. And while they're bathing, a rishi, like a holy person, is walking by, and he kind of gives Maharaj, like he asks Maharaj, why are you doing Ishnan? Someone who's pure doesn't need to bathe, doesn't need to clean themselves in the first place, hai na? But Maharaj kende ki wo jaruri hai, Ishnan karna bhi jaruri hai, is the maryada of the world, hai na? Like we have to live in. So quite often, like Gursikhs who have experienced that, where they've got to like spiritual levels, they'll say to you that experience that they're having is that where they just don't care about the world. They don't care about the world no more. They don't want to live the way everyone lives. It's because they don't kind of need to. And quickly a Saki that comes to mind is during Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj time, Baba Buddha Ji, who's a very famous Gursikh, Mahapurkh, they got to such a spiritual level where they left everything and they just went and sat in the jungle. They even like they didn't have desire for clothes or anything like that. They didn't have desire for anything. Kushni just sat there and started doing Simran. But Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj said to Baba Buddha Ji, Kende Baba Ji ki maryada dunya di, if you start doing this, everyone else is going to start following you, and they're not at that spiritual level yet. I know what spiritual level that you're at. So to live, you have to live in this world with following the way of the world as well. So the maryada. So then they came back into Sangat and stuff like that as well. But Maharaj here goes that doing Ishnan, it is important to keep yourself clean. It gets rid of laziness. One of the reasons why we do Ishnan in the morning, a Gursikh, Maryada, the rules or the way of a Gursikh, what they do is first thing in the morning, when they open their eyes, when they wake up from the alarm or if they wake up on their own, the first thing a Gursikh does is just gets up, sits there and does Simran. Simran karta, they'll do Simran, just sit there on their bed, just focusing on Vaheguru, Vaheguru. Imagine just starting your day like that. Neta, ajkal ta thumata phone hi chak lende, we pick our phones up first straight away. We pick our phones up to see the messages, to see the social media, whatever, and your energy starts going on that. But starting your way off by doing Simran, that's if you start doing that, if you don't already, then you'll start seeing a change in your life, in your day-to-day lives. So a Gursikh will get up, sit there on the bed and just focus on doing Vaheguru, 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 just for however long they can. Jinnah kar sakde hai, yeah? It's not like you sit for hours or whatnot. But as soon as if they start feeling like sleepy again, because it's hard, you're woken up, then at that point they'll get up and go and do Ishnan, they'll go and do Ishnan kar. That gets rid of the laziness then. That proper wakes you up. And then after doing Ishnan, you read Gurbani. And then that sets up your day even more in a positive way. And then after doing Gurbani, After doing that, then doing Simran throughout the day. Je shuruaat ji Simran tusi kar liya, what you'll find is throughout your day, you'll automatically start doing Simran without you even realizing. That's what Gursikhs will tell you if you ask them, ki mein, like how do you start off by doing Simran? How do you focus on meditation? How do you do that? What they'll say is that when you start off in the morning and if you get that 100% into your day-to-day lives, you'll find that randomly throughout the day, you'll just be doing Simran and you don't even realize you're doing it. That Gursikhs will tell you that. But Maharaj kehinde ishnan karna bahut zaruri hai. Having bathing is very important. Having bath. When the Rishi heard Guru Sahib Ji, when they heard the name Nanak, because they asked them what's your name as well. Maharaj kehinde sada naam Nanaka, and then the Rishi folded both hands. He did matha take to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Maharaj Ji, you have done so much kirpa on me. You have given us darshan. You have come to meet me. Please forgive me. I didn't recognize Maharaj. Aap Ji, when Aap Ji mentioned your name, then I understood who you are. Aap Ji are Sargun Sarup of Vaheguru. So in Sikhi we're taught there's a Nirgun Sarup and a Sargun Sarup of Vaheguru. So Nirgun is without form and Sargun is with form. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj are the form of Vaheguru in this world. And they said, that Rishi said, that so holy person said that I heard Katha about you Maharaj Ji, and now I've had your darshan. Seeing the love that the Rishi, the holy person had, Guru Sahib Ji then said, hey Rishi Ji, whoever does your sangat of you does not get trapped by more or lalach. That's quite a big thing to say for Guru Sahib Ji, to say to someone, then they won't get trapped in more or lalach. And again, Guru Sikhs will tell you, when they've had sangat of Mahapurukhs, when they sit next to them, they can feel the energy, they can feel the vibes coming from that Guru Sikh. Yeah? Chardikla Guru Sikh hone, jehde Simran bahut karde ya, ja Mahapurukh hone, I personally can say that sitting next to Mahapurukh, it just the energy is next level. It's totally different. And Maharaj goes, that place is pavitr, where Gurumukhs there are like that. The Rishi did namaskar to Maharaj, bowed to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. After doing a vichar here, Guru Sahib Ji left that place also. And then Bhai Balaji say to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, our second Guru, because they're narrating all of this, Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj are getting it written down. Guru Sahib Ji carried on their journey and they came across a mountain called Kulka Pahar. Bhai Mardana Ji then said, Maharaj Ji, where are we going now next? I said, Aage kithe jana hai? Which country will come next? Look that, Maharaj said, Agla desh keda hoga, which country will come next, or which area will come next? How long will it take for us to get back to our desh? Jithon asi aaya, like Punjab, how long will it take to get back there? Guru Sahib Ji then said, we will come soon to our place. Asi avange utthe. Guru Sahib Ji then laughed. Guru Sahib hasse and said, Mardana, are you getting homesick? Tenu kar chete aunda ya? Do you wish to go back? Tu mudke ichha tu rakhna mudke jaan. And then will they? So I left it there, seeing that what's Maharaj going to do next. Will they go back? Let's find out what's going to happen next. Before we carry on, let's do Ustat, let's praise Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj through Guru Arjan Dev Ji Maharaj Bani, and we'll continue on the journey. So we're able to focus. On the Katha. Gyan Dhyan Kich Kar Na Jana, Kar Na Jana Teri, Sabte Vadka Satguru Nanak, Jin Kal Rakhi Meri, Sabte Vadka Satguru Nanak, Jin Kal Rakhi Meri. So Guru Sahib Ji, they asked, do you wish to go back? To Ichha Rakhna Murti Janu Mardanya, you wish to meet your family? Mardanya, if it's your desire to go, je tu mudke jana chaunda hai, then we can take you there in the blink of an eye. It doesn't have to take ages. Bahta char nahi laguga jaan nu mudke. If you want to go back, just with a click of a finger, we can take you back to home if you want. You can meet your family and you can be happy. Tu parivar nu milke khush ho jaunga fir. We know you have stayed away from your family for a while now. Bahut sama ho gaya. It's been a long time since you stayed away from your family. Then Bhai Mardana Ji said, Ki Maharaj Ji, will you come to my house with me? No, will you come with me or not? Tusi mere naal aunge ya nahi? We've traveled for a long time. Maharaj, even your family would like to meet you. Maharaj, it's been a while now. Thoda parivar vi thonu milna chahuga. Guru Sahib Ji then said, Mardanya, when Vaheguru takes me, then I will go. So when it's Vaheguru's cha, then I will go back. You wish to go quickly to meet your family, you can go now. If you want to go now, you can go now. Tu ja. I can get you there quick. And this is a little reminder of how powerful our Guru Sahib Ji are. That if Maharaj wants, with a flick of a finger, Maharaj can take anyone anywhere in just an instant. And look at what Bhai Mardana Ji say here. Bhai Mardana Ji benti keho ji karde hai. And this is how you do a benti to Guru Sahib Ji. Remember, I always say this to remind everyone that jadon asi sakhi sunde ha Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, every single week, when Maharaj is saying something to someone, or if someone's doing an ardas benti to Guru Sahib Ji, this is how we should do ardas benti to Maharaj. And when Maharaj is saying something to someone, one of the Gursikhs, Maharaj is saying it to us. Yeah, Maharaj is saying it to you, so apply that to your lives to try and change your lives. Then look at what Bhai Mardana Ji ki kehte. Bhai Mardana Ji said कि Maharaj, without you there's only suffering. Maharaj thoto bagair sirf dukh hi hai. I struggle without you, Maharaj. I've learned that with you life becomes easy. Jiuna sokha ho janda hai. Maharaj, if you're with me, then life becomes easy to live. Look at that, what Bhai Mardana Ji is saying. We can easily apply that to our lives. Ki Maharaj to bagair dukha, without Maharaj you're in pain. That pain can come in many different ways. Many different ways. It doesn't have to be physical pain. It can be psychological pain. But with Maharaj, it becomes easy. Life becomes easy. Look here what Maharaj, Bhai Mardana Ji idda nahi kehte ki dukh jama hi nahi hoga, then you won't get pain. But it becomes easy then to handle whatever comes your way if Guru Sahib Ji are with you. But it's something to think about for all of us. Bhai Mardana Ji continue and they say कि Maharaj Ji, are you pushing me away? Maharaj तुसी मैंने दूर कर रहे हो. जे तुसी कह रहे हो कि जा मुड़ के वापस तुझे जाना चाहते हैं. Maharaj, are you pushing me away? I'm not going to go without you. Maharaj, मैं थोड़े बगैर नहीं जाना हैगा. Doing Maharaj थोड़े दर्शन करके आप जी दर्शन, seeing your beautiful face, Maharaj, I'm in anand, I'm in bliss. Guru Sahib Ji then said, Mardanya, we will never push you away. ਅਸੀਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਤੋਂ. We went. That's a promise that Guru Sahib Ji have made to us as well. Something to again contemplate on, something to think about. Maharaj say to us that you mere walu nu aaja, tu come towards me and I'll grab you, I'll take you in my arms and I will look after you. Tu meri zimmewariyan ho. But only if you grab on Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj Charan. You have to grab Guru Sahib Ji Maharaj Charan. You have to dedicate your life to Guru Sahib Ji, and then Maharaj Ji will take you in their arms, and Maharaj will look after you. It's Maharaj has to look after you then. Kids, your kids are your responsibility, whether you like it or not, whether your kids are good or not, whether they're naughty, whether they're good or not. You have to look after them because they're your children. When you see Maharaj de bacche hain, if we're Maharaj's children, whether you're good, whether you're bad or not, in your mind you have to have that Maharaj or my Pitaji, Guru Sahib Ji or my Guru. You just have to declare that. Even if you declare it to your mind, just within yourself, ki Maharaj, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj or my Guru. Just say it just once. Guru Sahib Ji will have to look after you then. But Guru Sahib Ji then said, ki we're not pushing you away. It was your idea to go back and meet your family. It was your idea. That's why we're saying you can go. Bhai Mardana Ji kehte ki Maharaj, I just said it I just said it as a passing comment. Sute Siddh mein Maharaj kehta aap ji nu. Maharaj, I didn't even remember my family no more. Main ta Maharaj mein chete bhi nahi rakhda hun. I have come away from more attachment. I'm not attached to my family no more in that way. Maharaj, I haven't got that attachment no more. Maharaj, I wish to remain in your charan always. Maharaj, wherever you go next, I will come behind you. Maharaj, I will never leave you. मैं कदे नहीं थोनों छड़ना हैगा. I have seen everything. मैं सारा कुछ देख लिया. Maharaj, तुझे मैंने सारा कुछ दिखाता. Maharaj, look at the बेनती अरदास that Maharaj is doing to Bhai Mardana Ji is doing to Guru Sahib Ji. Have we ever thought of it like that? When you're doing an ardas to Maharaj, some people quite often that coming new into Sikhi, especially if they're coming new into Sikhi, they've asked us that question in the past. How are you supposed to do ardas? Or what do you say to Maharaj? You don't have to overthink it in any way. It's all about love. When you're in love with someone, your children, your partner, your family, your mother, father, you don't think about what you say. You just say it from your heart, don't you? You never have to think about it. In the same way, this relationship between a Gursikh and the Guru Sahib Ji should be like that as well. You shouldn't have to overthink it. जो मन विच आउंदा महाराज नूं कह दो if you're in stress, if you've got tension of किसी चीज दी tension आ किसी चीज दी if you're struggling with Sikhi, if you're struggling with any of the Panj Chor, if you're struggling, महाराज नूं कहो, महाराज नूं दसो, say to महाराज कि महाराज I've got this problem, महाराज please sort it out. And this, so Bhai Mardana ji कहते I've come away from more, I'm not attached to my family no more, महाराज मैं आपदे चरणा विच ही रहना चाहुंदा हां. And then they say कि महाराज जी I've heard that there's 9 realms that Granths have mentioned in the past, yeah? 9 realms that exist, no khandane. Maharaj, can you show me them? Maharaj, oh sanu dikhao tusi. I have a desire to see these realms. So these realms, like, I don't know if that's the right word to use or not. I'm not sure if that is that right. Is that the right word? Like for khand, realm? Not what's the right word for khand? Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right. I've been saying it every week, and I was just thinking that I don't know if that's the right word for a khand, like a place that exists, but you only can get there spiritually. It's a place like that. So there's 9 different places we could say that, that you only can see. Maybe a realm is the, I don't know, yeah, maybe the realm is the better, just to kind of think. It's basically a place that you get to spiritually, and there's 9. So Japji Sahib which be on that, like there's different khands, like obviously Sach Khand, there's Dharma Khand, Gyan Khand. Eda Maharaj mentioned these. So Bhai Mardana ji कहते there's 9 different these realms, these places. Maharaj, I want to see them places. I have a desire to see these realms. Maharaj, please fulfill this desire. Ichha jehdi hai Maharaj puri karo. Guru Sahib ji then फिर कहते मर्दानिया, I can never say no to you. मैं तो ना कर ही नहीं हुंदी. चल तेनों दिखाऊंदे हां फिर. We will show you these realms. We'll show you the 9 realms then. You can see whatever you want to see, however much you want to see. जिन्नी भी इच्छा है तेरी, तू रज के देख ली, जिन्ना भी तू देखना चाहना तू देख सकता है. Then Guru Sahib ji took Bhai Mardana ji and Bhai Bala ji to see that first realm. The name of the first khand is Ilavarat Khand. That was the name of it that's come up in Nanak Prakash. And Guru Sahib ji took them to this realm first. And in this realm, where this place is, there's mountains with caves, there's a big fort, and that's surrounded, this fort is surrounded by thousands of lions all around it. Guru Sahib ji utthe jaake with Bhai Bala ji and Bhai Mardana ji, utthe jaake bege, they go and sit there. Utthe jaake Maharaj start singing loudly. Maharaj start singing Gurbani really loudly with their beautiful voice in a rag. All the lions that came, all the lions that were there, when they heard Maharaj's voice, they came and sat around Guru Sahib ji. Now you might hear this and you might think that would that happen? Is that possible? Or is that? This is Guru Sahib ji we're talking about, right? Put this to one side for 1 second. Eta Akis Gursikhane Dikhaya from Mahapurukhs doing it. Mahapurukhs have such as Baba Nan Singh ji. I think Baba Jeet Singh ji Hansali wale bhi ona bhi main laga sunaya hai na ki going into the jungle and doing Simran there, or doing Kirtan, utthe jaake they're sitting there doing Simran, focusing on Vaheguru, and all the animals that in the jungle would come and do Matha Tek to Baba Nan Singh ji. Sant Atra Singh ji bhi sunaya hai here and there, Sant Atra Singh ji, where animals have come and they bowed to Guru Sahib ji. Sant Ishar Singh ji Rada Sahib bhi ona bhi sunaya hai where animals have come to and bowed to Sant Ishar Singh ji. So if the Mahapurukhs, this is Guru Sahib ji that we're talking about. So why can't that happen? So Guru Sahib ji Guru Sahib ji singing with their beautiful voice, and then the lions came and sat around Guru Sahib ji. When they heard Gurbani, when they heard Guru Sahib ji's voice, their hearts became pure. Hirda became pure, and they did Matha Tek to Guru Sahib ji. They bow to Guru Nanak Dev ji Maharaj. Guru Sahib ji then speak to the lions and ask them who you are. Maharaj said, tell us your names. Now look, we're doing darshan of Guru Sahib ji, they get the power to speak. We all know the Sakya of Guru Har Krishan ji Maharaj, right? Guru Har Krishan ji Maharaj meet that Sajju. So that Pandit that tries to be clever with Guru Har Krishan ji Maharaj, our Atmi Pasha, our 8th Pasha, this Pandit is trying to be clever with Maharaj, where Maharaj said, chal to go and get someone, anyone in the village, and then we will hear the translation of the Gita, the Hindu scriptures, we'll hear the translations from them. That Pandit went into the village, went and got someone who was mute, who couldn't talk. Otherwise, he couldn't talk. Going in front of Maharaj, trying to be clever. Maharaj just touched him with a stick. Only Maharaj the darshan karde sari, he was able to speak. Bolan lag gaya. So here, when they're doing darshan of Guru Sahib Ji, they get the power to speak. These animals do. They said to Guru Sahib Ji, they speak. They said they fold both hands and they said that this June of ours, this life that we have, is to eat meat. Mas khanu sada hai janama, because we have done paap in our previous janams. Look at that. They're saying that we've been given this janam, and in this janam, in this birth, in this life, we eat meat. That's because we've done paap in our previous janam. We have now come into your Sharan Maharaj. As he told Sharan, we've come into your sanctuary, and all the paps that we have done will now get erased from doing your darshan. How many times have we come across this where in Friday Night Sikhi, where Guru Sahib Ji are reminding us countless times ki darshan Guru Sahib Ji darshan karde sari, when you go and meet the true Guru, any paps that you have done, they get erased, they get Maharaj take them away. And here they're saying that we've done your darshan now and all our paps will get erased now. Guru Sahib Ji then asked them, they said, how do you survive here? The lion then said, Maharaj, listen to our story. We haven't eaten for ages. In this jungle, this place we live, hundreds of miles, there's no animal that's left. Because we were eating all the animals. There aren't any left. And what we do now is when one of ours goes to sleep, when they get lazy, then we all pounce on him and we all eat that one. Here you can use this example. As I was listening to Katha, I was just thinking that the Panj Chor, that's how they attack you as well. If you get lazy, Panj Chora that Sikhi tells us about, teaches us about, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar. So Kam being lust, desires, Krodh being anger, Lobh being greed, Moh, attachment, and ego, Hankar. All these Panch Chor, the moment you start getting lazy, and when I'm saying lazy, it's when you kind of think that we'll do part tomorrow, forget doing it today. Or we're not going to wake up Amrit Vela today. Even if you've set the alarm, you turn off alarm, go back to sleep, just we'll wake up tomorrow instead. That's laziness. As soon as you get lazy like that, then it's easy to miss the next day's Amrit Vela then. It's easy to not do part of the next day as well then. As soon as you start missing it. Why do you think these great Gursikhs that we've always heard about, talked about, in Friday Night Sikhi, example by Anok Singh Ji Babbar, who even though they got tortured in the prison cell, in the jail, they got tortured, their eyes have been taken out, their bones have been broken, they still do Rehra Sahib. Even though they're in that situation where they're lying in their own pool of blood, they're going to do that Gurbani that Maharaj has given us, Rehra Sahib da Sama. Or even though they're lying down, they're like, they start doing that. Why? Because they know if they use that as an excuse, look at that, even the situation they're in. If they use that as an excuse and they say, I'm not in the right state to do this, look at the mentality of a true Gursikh who has pyar for Guru Sahib Ji's Bachan Maharaj sanu karte, Maharaj have told us, Gurbani padya karo, Simran karya karo. Maharaj has told us that, right? I remember when the Kisan Morcha happened, apne Delhi that is that famous singer, he's a Gursikh, he's got a dadi, he's been a Beer Singh, he's a Beer Singh. Beer Singh, if I'm not mistaken. I was listening to his interview, and look, I would never have this mentality, have this thought, but he goes that when we set off from Punjab, we heard on social media, the police are attacking people with water cannons, the tear gases, lathi charge all that. Everyone knows what happened during the Kisan Morcha, the farmers' protest, yeah? Also, Beer Singh was saying that when we left Punjab after we heard this, we should go there as well. We got off the Pair, we set off from Punjab, our homes, As we were on the road, मेरे मन में एक ख्याल आया कि उत्थे जाके पता नहीं की होगा, उत्थे जाके कि जी गोली चलाती पुलिस वाले ने, if the police shoot us, and जो उत्थे असी शहीद हो गए जब मर गए उत्थे असी ऐदा करते हैं, let's do our today's रहरा साहिब जिहड़ा रहरा साहिब दा समा आ, which is in the evening, वो हुणी कर लांगे, क्योंकि जे असी सानू उत्थे जाके कुछ हो गया, we're going to miss today's रहरा साहिब. That's the mentality Guru Sikhs have. कि कुछ भी हो जाए, nothing, whatever happens in our life, we're not going to miss a Nithanem, we're not going to miss Simran. We come up with probably loads of excuses. कि चल आज रहने देंगे कोई ना, we'll do it tomorrow and whatnot, है ना? But this is what the example I was thinking. As soon as you get lazy, then the Panj Jor will attack you big time. The Jiri Gurbani Sanu Maran, that's our barrier, that's our defense against the Panj Jor. It makes it so much harder for the Panj Jor to attack you then and to take that Kamai away from you. No matter what happens, even if you feel like it, मन विच जे होवे भी विचार ना कि चल रहन दो अज कर नू जां अमृत वेले नहीं उठूंदा उठो इस get, you have to kill your mind. If you kill your mind and do it, and even if you still don't like get you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, still do it. जे थोड़े मन विच ऐदा उदां you're just robot mode, yeah, pilot mode, where sometimes Simran karde, you get up in the morning, you turn the alarm off, you sit there and you're just like, oh man, you do. I'm telling you personal experience, you don't feel like doing it. Man vich nahi hun like ji nahi karda bani padh nu, par man nu marna penda. You have to kill your mind to do it, to achieve what these great Gursikhs have achieved. Nahi ta tusi utthe khade raho, better do what in your life, just stay where you are. If you think this is enough for me, feel comfortable. And I gave this example a couple of weeks ago. I remember listening to Sant Kartar Singh's Katha speech. A wicked example is jithe pani khada hai, where there's still water, utthe gand paida hunda hai. That's where dirt starts getting accumulated. Where there's flowing water, utthe nahi. That's where the water is pure. Keep that in mind. Bear that in mind. If you want to take anything away from today, then is that. Hey, so they say the line speaking to Guru Sahib Ji, and they say that for this reason we stay awake so we don't get eaten. So सानू कोई खावे, so होर कोई ना सानू खा लवे, असी ताई जागदे रहंदे हैं. They're in suffering right now, wherever they are, why they're there or not. They're having a very interesting conversation. This conversation, what happens next, we're going to have to wait till next week to find out what happens again, what happens further. How they've come there, what's going to happen next. No doubt, I think Maharaj is going to save them, and then Maharaj will probably show by Mardana to the next realm or kind of this place. Yeah. We'll leave that there. We'll continue that next week. Has anyone got any questions to do with Sakhi, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj even, or anything to do generally to do with Sikhi? Any question at all? I don't know when.
I was just going to say, say if you like, doing, sometimes you get a bit lazy and that for looking about Amazon, but say if you like, this is an example, say if you didn't wake up for the Amazon, you just snooze your phone up, but then you did all your Panch money after, once you woke up back in, like, so you say you forgot to do it at 6 o'clock, and then you woke up at 9 o'clock, and you missed Amazon, and what happens if you do the Bani at 9, 10 o'clock, what would happen then?
So you still get fal for it, you still get rewarded for doing the Gurbani. Look, like I'm saying all this, like all these vicharan that we're doing, that we shouldn't get lazy. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, he must be really sick. It's not, that's not the case. I'm saying with everyone, I'm saying this to myself, that don't get lazy. It's easy to get lazy, right? But if you do miss Amrit Villa, because end of the day, we Maharaj bache, asi Maharaj de bache hain, and bachyan to hi galti hundi hai. Look, all these kids who are how many times does he kende hai na aida karo, they don't listen. Bachyan da kam hi aida hunda, right? That's bachyan da kam. Asi Guru Sahib de bache hain, but we should just keep trying. Like you keep on trying, and don't think that today I missed Amrit Villa. Is any point doing next? That's where you start going wrong. If you missed Amrit Villa, that's fine. Just do your part late then. Late kar lo. Like Rera Sahib time is in the evening, but by Bir Singh said, we'll just do it now. So Jere Gursikh apne sometimes do night shifts or whatnot. They just have to change it according to how they get up and how they live. They change the timings or whatnot according to how they are. But even if it is, even if you get up really late, even if you, for whatever reason, go jutta marjiya, just get up and still do that nitnem for that day. Even if it's late, fir bhi karna chahiye. I know Sant Gurbachan Singh, if you read their biography, Gyan Kirna, you learn, pata lagda ya, ki Sant Gurbachan Singh ji ki karde hunde se, they used to do nitnem twice. Their nitnem panj baniya roj karde hunde se twice. Gursekh ne puchha Mahaprabhu nu ki Maharaj tusi Mahaprabhu how can we do it? They go the second time I do it is for all the times I must have missed, like growing up. Growing up. Again, have we ever had that mentality? Have we ever had that thought you want not? Let me just do a little bit extra part for maybe let me do extra Japji side, let me do extra Chaupe side, just whole Simran kar liya jo for all the Simran that I missed all up until now. Because that's the whole point of the Friday Night Sikh. When you listen to Katha, when you come to the Gurdwara, when you find out something new that I didn't know about this gal pehla, now that you know about it, nazarandaz nahi karni, don't just leave it here. Take it with you and try your absolute best to try and apply it to your lives. Even if you apply it to your life just a little bit. When if I'm saying ki panj baniya karo roj, if you don't do panj baniya, then just start from doing mool mantra at least. And I just make that small change and sehaj dinal holy and just keep on increasing it. Not increasing it. But yeah, you still get follow for it though. I remember this question was asked. One of the things that do Panj Pyariyan di seva. So Panj Pyariyan seva bahut badi seva hai, that they have they obviously they've got all that knowledge about Maryada, and this question was asked to them as well, that if you miss Amritullah but you still do your Nitnem, then you still get fall for it. You still get rewarded. Any other questions anyone else has got about Maryada? And please feel free to jump in, guys. Answer. Yeah. Anyone, there's a lot of you who've got more knowledge than I have. Yeah. Anyone else got any questions? No? Alright, let's call it a day then. Let's do a bit similar. And we'll continue this next week. If I made any mistakes, guys, please forgive me. Thank you so much to everyone that's come. Yeah, I thought I was supposed to say something. I've got an announcement. Anyway, we'll call it a day there then, yeah. So if I made any mistakes, please forgive me, guys. Let's do a bit of Simran that Maharaj tells every single week ki Simran karya karo. And even in your daily lives, in the morning, whether it's at night, whether it's just going before going to sleep, try and do a bit of Simran. If you ever struggled to go to sleep, there's a bit of a tip here, a bit of a life hack if you want to call it that. You know, if you've struggled to go to sleep sometimes, this is for the old lot, yeah, not for the kids. Yeah, if you struggle to ever go to sleep, then Simran is wicked, because like Mastad was saying that Gurbani and Simran, Fullandi sage manguwa. Fullandi sage means it's like a bed of flowers. Like you can just imagine how cozy and comfortable that is. That or malumali, because that is lifting that stress, and then you start again. So along with your breathing, you do the Simran. So when you breathe out, you va, he, and then when you breathe in, you go Guru, va, he Guru, va, he Guru. You do it. And then when you just focus on your breathing one, you'll just drift off to sleep. There's a good point to think about. But let's do Simran as Sangat form. Sangat is Kafiya here. Maharaj blesses even more tenfold. Maharaj, if you sit on your own and do Simran, both of you are really good. But sitting in Sangat form, you get more ananda. So everyone, when you do Simran, you don't have to say it loud, but do say it out enough that you can actually hear it with your own ears, that you can hear your own voice, and focus on the sound of Vaheguru. Focus on the sound of it, because that when we're saying it, it's coming from inside, because that's where Vaheguru resides in it. Vaheguru is residing inside of all of us. So when you're saying Vaheguru, it's coming from inside. So listen to that, focus on the sound of it when we do it. You'll get even more anand when you do it like that, yeah? So we'll do Simran, we'll do Ustat al Guru Sahib Ji, the kids will do Ustat al Guru Sahib Ji, and we'll call it a day then, yeah? Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਿ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਿ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਿ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਿ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੰਥ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਧਨ ਹੈ
ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਤੇਰਾ ਪੰਥ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਧਨ ਹੈ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ